Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2 World Tour extends its record as the highest grossing tour by a female rapper in Europe history with 14.7 million from 11 shows. Also, Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 World Tour extends its record as the highest grossing tour in history by a female rapper with 81.7 million gross from 45 shows. And after she finished tour, she will be heading to grossing over $100 million. It also has been reported that Nicki Minaj has now sold over 1 million total album units in the US in 2024. She becomes the first female rapper to reach this milestone. Congratulations to Nicki. Wait, D0JA didn't sell a milli? Didn't she just put out an album? I thought D0JA sold a milli for Scarlett. Nicki Minaj is the only one that is selling albums still? Oh my goodness. Honestly, female rap is just a mess. How is Nicki the only one selling? That don't make no sense. The rest of y'all can't do at least a milli in 2024. Okay, but y'all break all these records. I thought D0JA would have at least done a milli. How is Nicki Minaj the only one? She do 1 billion streams here, 1 billion streams there. I mean, they gotta stop the payola if it ain't gonna match the album sales. Now, moving on to Nicki Minaj and Katy Perry. Fans want Katy Perry to hop on the Pink Friday Girls remix. Okay? A lot of fans feel like Nicki Minaj should do a remix to Pink Friday Girls since it's popping. And fans want Nicki Minaj to hop on the Women World song that has been causing a lot of controversy because Katy is now working with you-know-who again. Okay, y'all know who I'm talking about. And I'm going to have to pass on that. Okay, Nicki Minaj does not need to save people's careers. I think Katy is in a hole right now. And I understand that, Katy did a collaboration with Nicki Minaj, Swish Swish during the hate train. But that did not really help Nicki Minaj. Okay, the song is fire. I love Swish Swish. But it didn't really help Nicki Minaj. She still was getting dragged. Nobody comes out and defends or aligns themselves with Nicki Minaj when Nicki Minaj really needs it. Okay? Because that wasn't even the peak of the hate train. That was like in the beginning of the hate train when She-Ter first came out. But I feel like Katy gotta stand on her own like Nicki Minaj has done majority of the time. I think it would be important for Katy Perry to do her own thing and not get Nicki Minaj involved, only because then Nicki's gonna get dragged. Okay? Because we know Katy getting dragged. We see it. So I don't think it's necessary for Nicki to get dragged, especially now. In a few months, she's about to go back on tour. People are seeing Nicki Minaj's tour in a positive light. I don't think it would be necessary. I think that it would just cause unnecessary drama for Nicki Minaj. Okay? No shade to Katy Cat, but she gotta stand on her own. It is what it is. Now, moving on from that, D0JA has broke a lot of records in 2024 so far, and the year is not over yet. D0JA is the first female rapper to headline Coachella in history, okay? First female rapper to reach #1 on Billboard Global 200 chart and Hot 100 chart simultaneously. Highest selling female rapper of this decade of all credits. The first female rapper to have multiple shows over 2 million in history. I think that's because she went on tour before Nicki Minaj for the Scarlett World Tour. She did tour before Nicki Minaj because Scarlett came out before Nicki. Pink Friday 2 album. She has the most streamed female rap album with Planet Her. Okay, that was already talked about. She's the first black female rapper to reach 7.5 billion streams with a single album. So D0JA this year has been breaking a lot of records. So congratulations to D0JA. Hopefully, her next album does better than Scarlett. I think that she should do like a rebrand, and that will take her to the next level. Everybody's saying that Ice Spice is the princess of rap, but she not really breaking no records like Doja Cat. I still believe that Doja Cat should be top contender for the princess of rap, in my opinion. So Off the Cheats side piece speaks out, okay, and puts Botch and Bitter in her place, okay? So we gonna get into that. Now, Off the Cheats side piece tweeted, "Believe what you want, I'm not married. I truly don't give a F." Damn, you don't give a F that you slept with a married man? But for a fact, I was never pregnant by that man. What the fuck is anybody gonna do to me? Okay, so she said there ain't gonna be no smoke. Even though she's sleeping with Off the Cheat, she's not pregnant by Off the Cheat, okay? And, you're not pregnant because you got the abortion, allegedly. A fan says same thing she did to Batty G and the sister, Jade. And what that fan means by that is, if you guys remember, Botch and Bitter got community service for hiring men to throw bottles at Batty G and Jade, because as we know, she don't do her own dirty work, okay? She can't really fight like that, so she got to hire grown men to beat up women. And so with that being said, she got community service. She should have gotten 4 years in jail, but she got good lawyers, She eat that up. She commit crimes and she don't do the time because of them lawyers are very good. So I'll give her that. So responded to the fan that said that basically Botch and Bitter is going to hire men to throw bottles at you. She said, good effing luck. So she wants smoke with Botch and Bitter. She basically saying she don't give a F. She's not the one that's married. She's denying being pregnant, but she is not denying the allegations of cheating. She just saying she was never pregnant. But of course you're going to deny that because you already took the abortion. Okay, you already got the money to get rid of the baby. So of course you're going to deny the baby because it don't technically exist. So that was a chess move. I just hope Botch and Bitter don't get on live and start crying and whining like she did last year. That would be a mess.
Yo, this really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time, when I'm not the most confident. He likes to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows yesterday I could have been out, I could have been chilling, I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you. You've been fucking yourself, you bitch, your bitch shit, and you really been fucking me dirty after so many years that I mother up your ass. Not even a thank you that I got for your bitch ass.
Okay, so we don't need another one of those rants. Okay, that was a little psychotic. But it looks like, unfortunately, Off the Cheat is cheating on Botch and Bitter. I still think that it could be a PR stunt. But I do believe he be cheating on her. I mean, she talking about she got the WAP, but I don't believe that, because if you have really the WAP, why can't you keep your man? You brag about your coochie a lot, but obviously that coochie ain't that great because Off the Cheat can't stay in the house. He cheat on you every month of the year. Goodness gracious. And the fact that she being quiet about it lets me know there might be some truth to it. Hopefully she don't commit no crimes to these new side chicks, because at the end of the day, you don't want to go to jail. But then again, Botch and Bitter commits a lot of crimes and never goes to jail. So maybe she'll get another slap on the wrist. Now, Sexy Red's little sister calls out Scratch Off for copying Sexy Red's dancing. She posted on her Instagram saying, team got you dancing like sexy. Okay, because remember, Sexy Red has that song called Bae, I Love You or something. I think Champagne Thickums is on that song, and he put the BBL Drizzy beat on there, and that song was trash. But anyway, she was singing on her mixtape and doing her little dance, and Sexy Red actually stuck up for Scratch Off and said, I didn't say none about this girl, period. I don't have an issue or problem with Scratch Off. And here's my thing. I do think that Scratch Off do be copying Sexy Red. She copied Ice Spice too. She copies Nicki Minaj. She copies Cardi B. She don't have her own identity, just like she don't have her own man. She take other people's men and takes other female rappers' ideas. Okay? She doesn't have an original bone in her body. That's why she flopping now. I definitely felt like she was copying Sexy Red dancing. And then on top of that, the song that she recently previewed was trash. The song where she was bragging about having a 4-year relationship with a married man. That shit was trash. Garbage. She need to go back to the drawing board. Okay? But I do feel like she was copying Sexy Red, but I don't think Sexy Red really wants to beef with anybody. She's not talented enough to beef with anybody. Like, she can't really throw shots, no shade, because she just don't got the talent for it. Now, an executive at Audio Mac sticks up for Ice Spice because fans were calling Ice Spice out for having 40 million monthly listeners on Píëçe last June to going down to 15.8 monthly listeners, unfortunately due to a lack of a fan base and the fact that the Barbs no longer support IÇ0N. So an executive from Audio Mac named Brian said an artist's monthly listeners total on Píëçe measures the reach over a rolling 28-day period, influenced heavily by recency, guest feature collaborations, and editorial playlisting. It is not a measurement of talent, nor does it imply an artist has a dedicated fan base. He also said that there are artists with 1 million monthly listeners who can't sell out a 500 cap room in more than 2 to 3 cities, if that. There are artists with 500K monthly listeners who can headline a 40-city sold out 1,000 cap room. Fans don't equal monthly listeners. Okay, so that's what Brian from Audio Mac, I think he is the head of global operations over there. Okay, so he was sticking up for Ice Spice because y'all was dragging her for her Píëçe monthly listeners. And here's the thing, I do somewhat agree with him in regards to that monthly listeners do not equate to talent, okay? But it does influence whether a celebrity or artist hype has died down. Ice Spice hasn't had any recent hits since Barbie World, and that's why her monthly listeners have went down, you know? And then on top of that, when those text messages leaked of her talking trash about Ckiminaj, more Barbs unsubscribed and decided not to support her. So, you know, she really hasn't charted. The last single she put out, was it called Give Me the Pipe or something? Whatever the last single was called, she did not chart for that record. Okay, the Sean Paul sample. So with that being said, it definitely shows that, you know, her hype has died down, but it doesn't mean that, you know, Ice Spice is not talented. I don't think that she's talented, really. No shade. I think she makes bops, but she's not talented. But, you know, if you do think Ice Spice is talented, you know, that's your opinion. Now, Queen Bee is the only female artist to hit the official UK chart double this year, with Texas Boredom and Cowboy Carter hitting number 1 simultaneously. Queen Bee repeats her achievement from 2003 when she reached the same milestone with her debut album, Dangerously in Love and Crazy in Love. Both classics in my opinion. Queen Bee also posted her achievement from Sacred. She posted that Sacred Hydrating Shampoo and Moisturizing Deep Conditioner won a Self Beauty Award for the Self Healthy Beauty Awards for 2024. Okay, so this is recently. She won it this year. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Congrats to, you know, Queen Bee for these accomplishments. Glad that she is posting her hair accomplishments, but I don't feel like that's going to be enough for the people to support it. I think people think Queen Bee is always on her high horse. They don't want to support her, even if the product is good. Okay, they're not going to want to support her just because it's Queen Bee. So she's going to have to do more than post awards for people to buy Sacred. Okay, they don't really care. They want you to fail. No shade. It's just the honest truth. I like Sacred, just me personally. But, you know, people don't care if the product is good. Okay? If you're not marketable, if they don't like you, they're not going to support you. That's just the time we're in. So Queen Bee is going to have to do more than that to get people to support Sacred. Now, moving on to Sabrina Carpenter, Please, Please, Please remains at number 1 on the global Paolified chart with 12.584 million streams. It has spent 8 days at number 1. No shade to Sabrina, but I do believe that she is getting some payola. No shade. It's really no shade, and I'm not mad at it. You know, all the hottest pop stars do get payola, whether you like it or not. But I do feel like she is, okay? Because Please, Please, Please is not a fan favorite. That's number 1, is Espresso. And then number 2, Paolify was already exposed for adding Sabrina's Please, Please, Please to certain people's playlists, even if the listener did not add the song. They were adding Sabrina's songs to people's playlists. So, again, payola is involved. I like Sabrina, but she is getting payola. Now, it looks like the Glock doesn't fall too far from the tree. Now, it looks like Richard, Remy Ma's son, is following in Remy Ma's footsteps and has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder, possessions of weapons, and reckless endangerment in the 2021 killing of 47-year-old Darius. Okay? I'm not really shocked Remy Ma went to jail for shooting somebody. So, you know, the cycle continues. I do feel like he should get at least life in prison for killing somebody. You don't just get to commit crimes and not do the time. So I do think he deserves life in prison for killing someone. Sorry. Now, moving on to Kung Fu Kenny's concert on Juneteenth. I was able to watch the concert live on Amazon Prime. If you didn't watch it or get tickets, you missed out because it was a show. The king of hip hop rapped everything live, okay? Has phenomenal breath control. There was no tracks playing in the background. He did everything live, okay? He also had Tyler, the Creator, perform, Roddy Ricch, YG. I actually have the Roddy Ricch and Champagne Thickums beef on Patreon. Why Roddy Ricch don't mess with Champagne Thickums. I got that on Patreon. But the point of the matter is, you know, even NBA players were there. I was like, goodness gracious. Champagne Thickums ain't got no friends. I was like, didn't you shout out YG and Family Matters? Why is he performing? Oh my goodness, that's just disrespectful. And then Kung Fu Kenny was still throwing shade. He said, if you give me Tupac's ring back, I might give you a little respect. Okay? That's what he said during Euphoria. He also changed the time difference. He said that, you know, we can do this on a 2-hour time difference because I believe Houston from LA is 2 hours. And Champagne Thickums ran to Houston to get protection from Jay Prince, okay, who protects Champagne Thickums from goons. And then he performed Not Like Us like 5 times with the Crips and Bloods. After like the 6th time, I was like, I'm turning this off. This is bullying now. You don't gotta perform Not Like Us 10 times and have people call him a pedo like 5 to 6 different times. I'm like, oh my goodness. Kung Fu Kenny didn't just throw a concert. This was a hate festival against Champagne Thickums. Honestly, I don't know how Champagne Thickums is going to recover from this. This was honestly embarrassing. I think Champagne Thickums got to fight Kung Fu Kenny. This was like, you can never go back to LA. Like, this is literally a stamp of you not being invited back to LA. Everybody was there. Dr. Dre was there. I was like, oh my goodness, why is Dr. Dre there? I get it. You know, he helped Kung Fu Kenny's career, but why he gotta be there? He had all the gang members dancing on stage. I don't know how Champagne Thickums is gonna recover. What friends do he have? I mean, I guess he got Nicki and Sexy Red and Camila Cabello, the racist. You know, I guess he got the bad bitches on his side. Well, Camila Cabello's not a bad bitch, but Sexy Red and Nicki are, so I guess that's his only friends. Everybody else just turned on him. It was honestly embarrassing. Well, anyway, I got some hot tea on Katie and Kesha on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have an amazing day.